Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video and welcome back to round 22 of the F123 Lancia career mode. Yes, we're back this weekend here for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Of course, if you missed out on the video that went live late last week from Interlagos, Brazil, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. But this week has got a lot of championship finales. This series is going to be coming to an end, of course, or season 1 even, I should say, of this series is going to be coming to an end. And don't forget our Ollie Behrman F2 career mode. The finale from that is going to be happening this weekend in Abu Dhabi. There is currently 7 drivers still within a shot at the Formula 2 crown. It has been an absolutely insane series that I would highly recommend you go and check out as well. But yeah, heading into Vegas though, the championship could be won today there. Max Verstappen has a 45-point lead over Charles Leclerc in the drivers' table. Red Bull, they've done it. They've wrapped up the constructors. But can Max keep the gap over Charlie Boy with just 2 races to go? All he needs to do here is finish 7th. So yeah, really should be quite simple for Max Verstappen. Based on recent results, you'd absolutely expect him to manage that. Has won the last 3 Grand Prix in a row and hasn't finished worse than 7th since Monza. So yeah, I think Max Verstappen, if my money was on anyone, it would be on him this weekend. But yeah, Las Vegas though, it's a scary track, it's a fun track. I'm hoping we can have a good race out. Get yourself subscribed if you're new around here, and yeah, let's do this thing. Well, I'm going to unfortunately have to kickstart Q1 by reminding you all that I am a little bit of a moron. Forgot to enable the full qualifying again, but that being said, I think for Season 2, we're going to be ditching it anyway. There is clearly a lot of traffic as we try and start our lap. Zhou Guanyu there, I think just gearing up to kickstart his own, but we will get past him before we make our way into Turn 1. That being said though, Vegas, well, really not expecting it to be our track. Does not suit. The kart does not suit me as a driver either, to be completely honest. You know, this place is such low downforce, and this kart really does strive on the higher downforce circuits. So it might be another race at damage limitation. Last weekend in Brazil, we had mega pace, but I'm not expecting that to carry over here. Well, making our way down this monstrous back straight, then 221 miles an hour, so quicker than we ever could go when we had Mercedes power. Unfortunately, completely missed the apex there, and I do apologise to Zhou Guanyu, because not only have I ruined my lap, but I've also ruined his here. As up towards the start-finish line then, we picked up a little bit of front-wing damage there as well. Over the line, it's a 134, which barely puts us quicker than our teammate. Well, I don't know what's worse there, the fact that we're only 100th of a second quicker than Aaron Barnes, or the fact that I made so many mistakes on that lap and I'm still quicker than Aaron Barnes. There will have been a poll that went out last night over on the community tab here on YouTube, that if you want to go vote for my teammate for Season 2, make sure you have your say over there. But yeah, we need to try and get this final lap nailed here in qualifying, because I think we're going to be starting right towards the back of the grid. Nice run out onto the back straight, but we're still only 2/10 up at the moment. Yeah, this is just such a painful circuit for this car. We'll see what the sector times are looking like come the end of Sector 2. And look at that, 3/10 back from Zhou Guanyu there. But can we nail this final chicane this time? Braking at about 110 metres out there. Still struggling just a little bit with front locking there. And we get a big wobble on the exit of the corner as well. We're going to be about 1.2 seconds up though as we make our way back towards the line, so hopefully, please don't say we've gone slower than Aaron Barnes. I think we have beat him and him only. Well, AlphaTauri having a fantastic weekend so far. They're 10th and 11th even on the grid. Hamilton getting out qualified by both of their cars, but we did end up out qualifying Kevin Magnussen as well in the end, but 1.7 seconds off. I reckon sensibly we could have been close to Zhou Guanyu there, but I think we're in for a very, very long afternoon.
Welcome to Las Vegas, and for Formula One, it's welcome back to Las Vegas. No longer do we race in the Caesars Palace car park. Tonight, the time is right to go racing in the street. 17 corners, 3 straights, 2 DRS zones, and the glitz and glamour of Las Vegas as we race around the 3.8 miles of Sin City. The strip has been taken over to become a straight tonight, commanding top speeds of around 212 miles an hour. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Sergio Perez will lead us away from pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ocon, Oscar Piastri, Russell, Gasly, Tsunoda, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Sainz, Albon, Bottas, Norris, Hulkenberg, Sargent, Firestarter, Ricciardo, Magnussen, and the reserve driver rounds off the grid. Joe and Lewis Hamilton rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Right, well, here we are then, ready on the grid for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And, well, Charles Leclerc's evening being made even more difficult there. Grid penalties for the Ferrari driver. Remember, even if Verstappen doesn't finish or he doesn't score, I believe Charles still needs to win the race to actually drag that championship fight into the season finale in Abu Dhabi there. So Sergio Perez, even if he wins this, he'll have actually done Red Bull a bit of a favour here. But lining up P17 on the grid, I'm looking forward to this. I sense opportunity still. But yeah, if we score points today, I will be very, very happy. Here we go then, waiting on those 5 red lights here in Sin City, Las Vegas Grand Prix. And it is going to be lights out and away we go there. Of course, starting at the rear of the field, we've actually got to navigate a corner. Whoa, as we make our way down towards turn 1 there, Ricciardo and Magnussen, both men on a mission at the start there, and we make contact with the pair of them, as clearly I was willing to be a lot more cautious through turn 1 than a lot of our other drivers there. Aaron Barnes, Lewis Hamilton, both opting to start this Grand Prix on a set of the soft compound tyres here as we make our way up in towards turn 4, then back down the inside of Kevin. There's all the AI Constantina are up already, coming into full effect here around the outside of the Dane. As we head into Sector 2, the AI like to bobble over the curbing there and really throw their car out wide into you. So we had to give them a little bit more room there than I ever really would have wanted. But yeah, look at that. Aaron Barnes has defended the place from Lewis Hamilton for more than a single corner. So I'm rather impressed with how our teammate's doing. Probably his last and only Las Vegas Grand Prix in this series, unless you guys vote for him as my teammate for next season. Please don't. But yeah, looking like one of the Red Bulls then, or both of those Red Bull cars actually pulling away quite a lot on lap 1. Here comes our teammate though. Hamilton is going to make it 3 wide as we make our way down the strip. And who is going to be the last of the late breakers here? Surely it's going to be Lewis on the inside. Aaron Barnes turns in across me, and our teammate there really is tripping. I've pressed the wrong button. It's how much do I play this game, and I still can't press the right things there. As Perez, yeah, he will lead at the end of lap 1. We almost get a run back on Lewis Hamilton though, in towards that first corner, but I'm not going to go for it. Lewis can try and drag me along, as I think we got a little push from my teammate as well. Oh, yellows. Someone's got issues behind me. I think that might be Zhou Guanyu. No, it's not. Is it a car in front? Yeah, it is. Ricciardo already then out of this Grand Prix. So after AlphaTauri looked so good in qualifying, the Australian took some grid penalties, and well, it's not worked for him. First from retirement. As you can see, the AI 3 wide in front of me, up in towards turn 3 once again. But yeah, poor Ricciardo wanted to race here in Vegas more than any other driver, and he's the first out of it. First time with the DRS, you can see they're still almost 3 wide in front of me. 224 miles an hour as we make our way down the end of the back straight. That's a warning, apparently. As yeah, Hamilton slowly is making his way through, but I think he's another driver in for a long afternoon. I mean, let's be fair, all of us know what the racing is like round here. It is just a battle of the slipstream there, as Sargent has still actually got the DRS on Lewis Hamilton in front of him. 226 miles an hour on the rev limiter. Oh, we wanted to have a look down the inside. Still actually struggling with front locking down the end of the straight there. So I might need to continue moving the brake bias around slightly just to find what works for me. Is, well, we're going to get a massive run down in towards the final corner, but can't really do anything with it as Magnussen and Logan still side by side just in front of me. Can we get down the inside of the Williams at turn 1? Yes, we can. As Magnussen throws a mean block, we would use that to capitalise. I mean, the thing that's really given me hope early on is when you look at the minimap, Yuki Tsunoda is there in P6 in that Alpha Tauri, and we're not that far behind him still. Albeit there is 11 cars between us, but it really does feel like one of those races where as long as everyone stays quite bunched up, maybe you can spring a surprise towards the end. Oh no, here comes Logan Sargent, back down the inside at the end of the straight, so confident. On the brakes there is the American as, well, count how many times I ever wobble through that final chicane. There we go then, about to return the favour to the Golf Williams. I've not used any battery there. This thing, I tell you what, is not bad in a straight line when it's configured that way, but it just does not suit my driving style on F123. So I know a lot of you have commented about it before, but you have to run high wing on this game to match the AI at the higher levels. Unfortunately, you just then can't match him down the straight. It's the quickest way to do it, as George Russell already in for a very, very early pit stop this afternoon. But it is a necessary evil. And look at that, Russell has already pit and come out in front of me. Oh, here we go. Hamilton trying to get into the pit lane there. I think that was beef between him and his teammate, but Mercedes opting for a very, very odd strategy this weekend. It doesn't seem like they're the only ones trying to two-stop this race, though. Maybe this could help us. I just ran a little bit wide. I think that tyre grip's already starting to go on mark there as our Sargent is just trying to eye up a move absolutely everywhere at the moment. It's costing us both a lot of time to make our way past the sphere once again. And yeah, we got that gap to Magnussen floating at about 1.2, 1.3. Now it's back up to 3 seconds. Oh, tyre warning light has just flashed up. So I think we've got to try and go one extra one. Might be worth boxing for an undercut though, if we can try and jump a few cars or at least get back in the range. There we go, one of the Red Bulls. I believe that might be Perez then into the pit lane. So yeah, we're going to follow Red Bull. They're not exactly a bad team when it comes to strategy, are they? So we'll try and follow them then into the pit lane, onto that set of the hard compound tyres. Maybe one lap earlier than I ideally wanted to go, but yeah, we've nudged the wall a few times with that outside tyre, so I think that's up the wear slightly, which has not been ideal. But yeah, we're going to re-emerge pretty much in last place then. Maybe we'll still be ahead of Aaron Barnes, who's obviously still got to make another stop. But yeah, we're kind of just holding out in case something crazy happens late on in the afternoon.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. Look after these tyres now. You want to finish the race on this compound.
Oh, easy on the pit lane exit. But yeah, we're kind of just hanging on for a miracle today. Oh, and speaking of which, Zhou Guanyu, immediately with mechanical problems, could be about to become our second retirement of the day. A safety car now would not really suit me particularly well. The Alfa Romeo still trekking on. No, Esteban Ocon out of the Grand Prix. So maybe it wasn't Zhou. Maybe it was just the Alpine. There we go, loads more cars into the pit lane then. I've noticed we are taking a bit of time at some of the other runners, but will it be enough to potentially be back in the range? No, it is not there. Still about 2 seconds away. But Zhou Guanyu is having a torrid time of it so far this weekend. Got held up by me in qualifying, and then has been held up by my teammate Aaron Barnes in the early stages of the GP. He's out of formation as well with most of the runners. I think he might still have a pit stop.
3.7 seconds.
But we will get round him down the strip once again. Still got 12 more laps to go here. There's a few more cars into the pits. But yeah, I doubt I'm going to get an undercut. There is still quite a nice battle going on in front of me then at the moment, but we've got to be really careful and need to stop nudging the wall on the exit of that final chicane, because my front tyre wear, well, it's looking very one-sided at the moment, 9% versus 20. I gotta stop hitting that front right. It's that final real corner and that corner just there that are giving me lots of problems. We're desperately trying to get closer to this group of cars in front, but it is not happening at the moment. We make up loads of time in the first sector and then lose it all around the DRS zones here, but Tsunoda, Leclerc, Hamilton all peeling back into the pit lane then once again, so even if Max Verstappen retired, it looks like Charles Leclerc isn't even going to score a point here, and, well, he needed to win, and the other Red Bull, I think it's still Perez that is leading this thing, so it looks like this World Championship is going the way of Max Verstappen, but I think that group of cars now in front is battling for the final point. I'm going to try and be really strategic here and actually let Charles Leclerc by before we make our way to the back straight. That way, even if it just has one lap's worth, he can give me the DRS, and we can potentially take a bit of time out the cars in front. Well, I'm not too worried about regaining the position from Charles. I'm a lot more worried about how badly I messed up the run heading out onto that back straight there. But yeah, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, both will be trying to close in on some of the AI in front before the end of this thing, as we're going to get a monumental run straight back around the outside of the Ferrari car. And, well, matey boy, you're going to have to wait to get round me for another lap. Oh no, here goes Charles Leclerc. This time around, I don't think I'm going to have much say. Ooh. Okay, Mark doesn't have information on Stroll. That's wonderful. Maybe he's got issues then. Maybe it'll allow us to all close in just a little bit more. He is still at the front of this little train. I still want to believe that points might be possible today. Here goes Lewis Hamilton down the inside. 5 laps to go then. Here from Vegas. Come on, Lewis, complete the move. I don't want to go side by side forever with you. Lewis. Come on, that Merc has surely got the legs on this Lancia around here. Just drag me. Drag me to those point scorers. Oh, here we go. Magnussen is getting shuffled to the rear of that little train. Getting a little bit worried that Albon and Bottas, though, just breaking away a bit too much at the front of that group. I mean, surely it is still going to be Leclerc and Hamilton that score points in all of this. As, yeah, our rear tyres just starting to struggle. Oh, here goes Yuki Tsunoda. Flies past me to make our way down the short chute. As, yeah, down back into P17 then of this race. Got to try and stay within the range of the AlphaTauri, though. 2.5 laps to go, and it is all kicking off ahead of me, but we are just desperate to hang on in there and hope, pray, that something kind of falls in place for us. Oh, yellows. Someone's got issues. I think it might be the other Alpine, Pierre Gasly. I don't know if he's gone round or caused a roadblock, potentially. What is about to happen here in Vegas? There we go. Yep, we've got a roadblock. And, well, this is for the final point. So Hulkenberg and I will say thank you very much. And I said it felt like we were gearing up to something happening. Charles Leclerc has dropped 4 seconds back. So suddenly Hulkenberg and I, from 14th and 17th with 2 laps to go, are now battling for the final point. Don't make contact with him. We do have a little bit of wheel banging. I cannot afford to lose my front wing now. What I said, I've literally been saying all day how we've got to be there at the end and hope something comes to us. And now, suddenly it has. Goodbye, Nico. Have the place for now. But I will be back for it on the back straight. Well, Max Verstappen then onto the final lap of the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And I'm sure Formula 1 would love to see a world champion crowned here in the future. Down the inside of Nico Hulkenberg we go. Nothing the Haas can do about our straight line speed this time round, and Charles Leclerc and Hamilton, well, we're still having a battle further back there. Way too deep, though. And I've been taken out. Lovely. Simply lovely. We've got to try and get going again somehow, but I don't want to lose any more places. As Nico Hulkenberg, we've had 2 roadblocks in 2 laps down at the end of the back straight there. What is F123 racing here in Vegas? And, well, I felt like the Haas should have given me some room on the exit of that corner there. But that has once again actually shaken up the order behind me, as Hulkenberg now is going to be on for a very, very easy point in this evening's race there. But I still think it's Perez leading, but Red Bull, either way, are going to be locked into battle on the final lap of this race. Apparently, I've picked up more front wing damage somewhere. That must have been the contact with the Haas car in front of me. It is going to be Max Verstappen as your 2023 Formula 1 World Champion, but will he take the race victory to go with it this weekend up towards the start-finish line between those Red Bull cars? It is Max Verstappen who will win the Las Vegas Grand Prix then. We've still got Yuki Tsunoda breathing down my neck on this final lap, so just like we did earlier on with Charles Leclerc, I'm going to be very, very strategic and actually let the AlphaTauri car by me as we make our way down this flat-out section on the back half of the circuit there. Try and make sure that we hit the apex, get that throttle down. Plenty of wheel spin to go with it there. As Tsunoda, he's just going to try and run away, but it is not going to work out for him there. Drain the battery as we make our way down in towards the final few corners here at the Las Vegas Grand Prix. I don't know how many times. Great. Love that, Yuki. That's F123 in a nutshell for you, isn't it? I don't know how many times we finished 11th place this season, but as we make our way through the final couple of corners, unless I bottle it now, it is going to be another one here. Hulkenberg ruined it for me in the end, but at the final corner, 11th place, it's not my worst result in the world.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
And with that, another year of Formula One draws to a close and a new World Drivers' Champion is declared. Another entry added to that prestigious list of the sport's most incredible drivers. That's a spectacular victory, and with it, the championship is secure. It's been a magnificent season, and they thoroughly deserve the cheers of the crowd here today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. And this also means there's no catching our leader anymore, and we crown a new World Drivers' Champion. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world. He was definitely my driver of choice.
And it's another title in the bag for Red Bull after a long and hard-fought season. They've built an astonishing car this year, and the glory they'll be taking back to Milton Keynes is fully deserved. Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Well, there we are then. Max Verstappen, 4 wins in a row. He is your Formula 1 World Champion there. Less than a tenth of a second, though, between him and Perez on the run towards the line there. But a 66-point lead. Perez, with that result now, has re-jumped Charles Leclerc. So there's still going to be a battle for P2. So it's kind of reminiscent of real-life 2022 in that regard there. Russell, I think, has now locked down P4 in the championship. We're still ahead of Lance Stroll. I mean, we could lose out to him, but we can't move any further forward in the final round of the season there. The same for us against Alpine in the Constructors. We want to try and score a couple of points, finish off the season on a high. But yeah, Alpine certainly look in better form than we have been in recent weeks there. The big battle to watch out for, I think McLaren still versus Mercedes in the Constructors there, and Haas inch 1 point closer to AlphaTauri as well by virtue of Hulkenberg's point this weekend there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure to leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon when Formula 1 returns for the season finale in Abu Dhabi. You guys do not want to miss that. A massive thank you to all of my YouTube members and my Patreon supporters for their continued donations to help my work. These things go much further than I think a lot of you ever realise, and allow me to continue making content full-time here on YouTube. So if you want to support me from as little as £1 a month and be featured on all of these end clips, either click the join button next to the subscribe or head over to my Patreon. There's a link down in the description.